Hello, the co-creative weavers. Here's Erica Macy, also known as Erica Amazing Me, like the name of my website, where my surname is woven in my name of the website, and I'm all about weaving, which is weirding in Norse language. And that's why I've also woven it in the two titles of my books. The first is an account based on 6 natural cycles, like we all go through many times in lives, from being planted at a seed, like in the womb or in the soul, then setting down roots, explain many different practices, like for example numerology or the runes, the Beregini symbols, like which are our archetypal powers, and also the Jungian archetypes, like many different tools that give us roots, a sense of personality. And then we continue to grow like a seed in the soil, which then like leaves the comfort zone. It means breaking free from the safe womb or soil, and then continue to grow. And then on the surface, facing adversity, challenges, like which have got to do with integration of shadow work, introduce many different tools to do shadow work. And then we continue to grow to blooming and spreading our wings and to close off as sharing, spreading the seeds. And those are natural cycles we go through again and again in life. And that's why I like to go live on a Saturday, which is like the 6th natural cycle of spreading the seeds, spreading wisdom. Yeah. And on a Saturday, the Slavic tradition is, for example, to connect with our ancestors through putting on a candle with this symbol, which is also the symbol from the 8th world of Prav, the upper world. It's the Beregini symbol of the guardian of community, of our ancestral lineage. It's a very easy but nice ritual to think about our ancestors once a week, and maybe go into nature and give your ancestors some offerings. For me, when I do this reading of the Slavic archetypal goddess energies, which are called Bereginis, I feel connected to my Slavic ancestors, and through the runes I feel connected to my Germanic Norse ancestors. And the oracle card generally I love as an invocation of our inner metaphorical soul language, where we can tap into to receive our own inner wisdom. I like to start with the oracle card for next week, which is the spiral. Beautiful. And the spiral, the essence, is from galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach. The spiral is found extensible in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depth of the psyche, and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. The invitation of the spiral is to renew yourself, You must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your folds all the time and let nature take its course. Know that the new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. The medicine. The spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. Using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. I love this ritual also as a 7 seeds labyrinth that I also describe in my 6 weeks Destiny Weaving Soul Journey, which you can find in my Wyrding Way school. It's a very similar system of starting in the center and then slowly going to the labyrinth outside, and also write down as a path of rebirth what you like to invite. Or you can also doing it backwards of releasing what you no longer need to arrive then in the center and to rebirth yourself anew. It's a very simple but very powerful ritual. And speaking of rebirth, and like 2 weeks ago I've drawn the rune of Berkana, which stands for the birch tree, for rebirth, for sacred feminine wisdom. So yet again an invitation to go like inside, like into our wombs, and maybe do the ritual of the labyrinth, of the spiral, like the oracle card is suggesting, and release even more to this portal of the summer solstice, which is still working. Release everything what no longer serves you and rebirth yourself. And the Berkana is a very good energy for that. And because I love the runes so much and they build such strong roots, how I understand more and more how I have been woven in my unique soul tapestry. I'm also giving a very in-depth birth runes reports, or can give you a 9 worlds rune reading, where we also travel to all the 9 worlds of the world tree. So get in touch with me. Or also for a very brief runes reading, I love giving them as well. And in the last new moon in Cancer on Tuesday, I also invited some women to get to know our Soul Tree Horoscope, which is like 7 main archetypal goddess energies that are weaving through us and supporting us to all our lives. We started last Tuesday of getting to know our main Beregini, which for me is the raven, the wise one. That's why I've got the raven in my shamanic dress, and I've also finished it on my new dress, the raven. And it's like an initiation. We opened the space to journey now in this new moon, this moon cycle, the next month, to really get to know in depth this main archetypal energy, which can be our patron, our ally, our support. If you've got questions or challenges in life, we can turn towards and really start to listen or ask for guidance. And the Beregini I've drawn for the next week is the 2 Yav. It's the powerful one. She stands for wealth. Her affirmation is, I know the energetic and materialistic laws. Her usage is to be successful at work and career and all your projects, and for materialistic wealth. So if you like to find out your main Beregini symbol, get in touch with me, or your main birth rune, which is like your sun rune, your soul purpose rune. This is a very important step. It's like speaking about the spiral. It's like you enter in the center, which is the non-locality, like our portal to our essence. And once you get clarity about your unique destiny threads or your seed, how you've been planted, then you can start weaving the spiral in a very conscious way and become your own co-creator of your own destiny. And speaking of spirals, on my healing journey with Cancer, this is my Medicine Totem, the white deer Belowodje. You can see those dots that were meant to be my tumor and my metastases. I worked with this white deer Belowodje. Belowodje is supposedly the sacred land around the mountain Beluga, which I visited in 2018. And when I connected with my Medicine Totem, this white deer appeared and helped me to focus on this tumor and metastasis, and by means of connecting in Siberian shamanism with God Tengri of higher consciousness. Belowodje, my white deer, helped me to spiral, the spiral to those cancer tumor metastasis up, and giving it up to God Tengri in Siberian shamanism, where it transforms through this big ocean of oneness, of love. It transforms into love, and that's how healing happens. It's spiraling fragmented parts into wholeness. And this is very similar to the description I read out from the oracle card for next week. So may this spiraling of rebirth and letting go and shedding of skin and rebirthing through the Berkana portal and the powerful Beregini be fruitful to you over the next week. So happy weirding, happy weaving, and get in touch with me to my different weirdings. I down my Wyrding Way teachable school, where you can find quite a few of online courses I've created based on my books and my embodied experience of healing with breast cancer. Or if you want to manifest your Soul Tree Horoscope with your 7 main Bereginis, goddess archetypal powers, or your birth runes, soul tapestry, come and get in touch with me. Like I like to say, come and start to weave with me and unleash your own myth, and the divine will provide the thread. And this is the Wyrding Way, with which is a conscious destiny weaving way, where we are all co-creators with our body, soul and source. Yeah. Blagadaru, many blessings. Bye bye for now.